All right, it is now time to introduce our main speaker tonight, Danny T. Please join me.
My name is Danny. I'm an alcoholic. And I deserve them whistles. Every time I do this, I realize I don't know anything. It's like everybody always waits for me to say something really profound. It's not going to happen. It's like I've been here 37 years. I've been clean and sober. You know what I mean? And I'm doing the same thing that I was doing when I got here. It's waking up in the morning saying prayers. And that's probably mostly what saved my life. The steps, it's like, hey, work them through the day and work them at night. It's great. But we got to remember this disease we have. To understand the disease of alcoholism, it attacks us 45 minutes before we wake up. See, we're sound asleep. Sound asleep. We've got absolutely no defense, you understand? And it gets me. You got to remember, it attacks us at our weakest vessel, whatever it is. Boom, it hits us. We're sound asleep. I'm sound asleep, you know what I mean? And one of them deep realms, and there it, there it is. And you hear it. You piece of crap, You've been married 4 times. You're crap in a relationship. And don't think I forgot what you did when you were 5. Now, I hear this for 45 minutes with no defense, none. Do you understand? 45 minutes. So by the time I wake up, I am a piece of crap. Do you understand? No, piece of crap. See? Now, there is only one thing that'll shut off, because if I don't pray, it continues. The parole board is still wide awake. They're up and going, you know what I mean? And you should still be in prison. So until I start praying, until I get down on my knees and say, hey, God, wait a minute, man. Give me a break. And it's like all of a sudden, they get quiet. They just get quiet. And I don't stop praying till they get quiet. And then it seems like once they've gotten quiet, it's like, wow, things ain't so bad. And you got to remember, when I say things ain't so bad, that's disgusting compared to what they used to be. See, I used to, my disease would wake up 45 minutes before me, telling me what kind of piece of crap I was, and then what woke me up was, reveille, all inmates wishing to attend breakfast. And now imagine being in prison and feeling like a piece of crap. It's a big difference, see? I wake up in a pretty, I got a big house, you know what I mean? And it's like, no. Austin Tate, yeah, okay, that's me, I love it, And I love it. I live in this really nice neighborhood. I mean, it's a, really nice neighborhood. And my neighbors, now they all know me, but when I first moved in, I live in a neighborhood like this one. And when the first day I was there, the first morning I was there, I have a thing. I'm used to running around in boxers. Boxers, and you come out of the house in boxers in a nice neighborhood, and you're, wow. Hey, neighbor, hey, what's up? Damn! First Friday I'm there, beautiful neighborhood, you gotta understand, gorgeous neighborhood. First Friday I'm there, Friday evening, right? And there's this car club in, they call the oldies, and they're all like, 38, 39 Chevys, 48 Fleet Lines, 52, 55 Chevys, and mostly Latino gentlemen, and most of them wear tank tops with all these tattoos all over them, all of them been in the penitentiary, and about 20 cars pulled up in front of my house. Because Friday nights, a lot of times we all get in them and just go cruising different areas of the city, and wow, God, I love my neighbors. They definitely didn't want to like come out and be like tough, What's going on? Hey, we're all going cruising. Yeah, now, they've accepted me, and I love being sober. See, they invite me to their little neighborhood parties, and God, I love watching them, and I pick them out. I pick out the guys we're gonna see. And I say, hey, have you ever heard of Alcoholics Anonymous? Why do you say that? It's like, just wondering, See, I'm not like anonymity. I don't care. If you are worried about anonymity, don't be my friend, please, because I'm not. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's like the dumbest thing in the world. I was on the front page of the LA Times. Like, shut up. So I want everybody to know I'm sober now. You know what I mean? Makes a lot easier. And in the business that I'm in, there's a lot of drugs. A lot of drugs. And I love catching like movie stars coming out of bathrooms, coming out of trailers like that. I love, hey, are you on coke? Watch them. It's amazing. Hey, I haven't done that in a long time. How is it? They can't beat me up. I don't care. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. So people that use drugs and people that drink a lot don't like coming around me. See, they don't like coming around me. I am definitely, I got like a big AA on my chest. It's that simple. And I talk about it all over, go all over, and just like, that's me. This is my life. And the life that I had before was drunk, period. I had a tough time in Alcoholics Anonymous. First of all, identifying, because people would talk about, it's so weird. Somebody get up to the podium, 3 days older than dirt. I drank for 50 years. Oh, man. Now, if you're 15 years old, you know what I mean? You're thinking, boy, do I got a long way to go, See? And then they would start, They would start with all the things they had. I had a car, a boat, a cabin in Mammoth. I was drinking scotch. From scotch, I went to bourbon. I think that's a step down. I have no idea. from bourbon, I started drinking beer. I lost all my material wealth. And I ended up drinking wine. 15 years old, I'm standing there going, okay. What's wrong with that? You know? Didn't dawn on me, see? And then naturally we play Can You Top This in AA, and somebody else would get up and I drank for 55 years. And, oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. You know, it's like I can never, you know. I got that long to go. See? And they would start. I had a car, a boat, cabin in Mammoth, one in Arrowhead. And I was drinking scotch, and from scotch I went to bourbon, and from bourbon I went to beer, lost all my material wealth. I ended up drinking wine in the morning in an alley. That's where I ended up. And they'd say, I'd go, here, I started drinking wine in the morning in an alley. Sissy. Where you quit, that's where I started. So guys at 13 years old, on the way to Pacoima Junior High School. Crack 'em, wow. You see? And that was after I'd smoked weed. I had an uncle who turned me on to grass when I was about 8, gave me a fix when I was about 12, and about 12 and a half, 13, I started drinking wine. And drank it with a vengeance, because it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It made me about 4 inches taller, made my arms about 2 inches bigger, just made me one bad mother. And I would fight anything. And where I was growing up, that was a good thing. Do you understand? And it was amazing that, you know, I got into pills, and pills were very, very good for me. I got to tell you that. Because when you're drunk and somebody kicks you in the eye, it didn't hurt, but you go, I just got kicked in my eye, you know? But if you're drinking, if you're drunk, and you take about 5 of them Red Devils and pills, you take about 5 of them, pow, somebody kicks you, it's a complete, wow, did you see me block that kick with my eye? Completely, whoa. And me and all my friends, everybody knew when we were drunk, and we were always drunk. But when pills, like we'd always eyes, stitches, lips, you know, it was just a natural thing. And going to juvenile hall, I went to juvenile hall so many times I thought I was supposed to. Period. That's all. I just thought I was supposed to. All my friends were there, and that's the way I grew up. Just coming out, getting in trouble, going to juvenile hall. Coming out, getting in trouble, going to juvenile hall. And you know, and you got to understand, you say, you have a problem, you're crazy, what are you talking about? You see? And then I was 15 years old, God, I hate this, 1959, in 1959, there was about 20 of us, a whole carload. We're like cruising down Van Nuys Boulevard. And we found this party. We thought it was a party. There was a whole bunch of cars parked right in front of this house. And it's amazing because anything going on in that neck of the woods, they had to invite us. It's that simple, you know. And we stopped, we looked. Now, there's either a barbecue going, a lot of barbecues in that neighborhood, a lot of weddings, a lot of baptismals in that area, no, not too many of them. But we stopped the car and went to the trunk of the car to get the tools necessary to crash events. And you know, we got tire irons, bumper jacks, pieces of pipe. I had a case of beer, 3 bottles of wine, a half pint of whiskey, and I was already loaded on those Red Devils. And we kicked in when you crash an event, you can't like knock, you know, because they lock the door and call the cops. So you just like kick in the front door, and about 20 of us moved into this foyer with bumper jacks and tire irons and pieces of pipe, and the leader had a case of beer, 3 bottles of wine, half pint of whiskey, and was having a really hard time standing up. And when you crash events, there's only 2 greetings you can get. Either everybody rushes to the opposite side of the room, and that means they're willing to throw the event in your honor, or they rush to the side of the room that you're on, and that means they're not. It's very simple. It's not no choice. So them bumper jacks and them tire irons and piece of pipe are for. And they're gonna lose because we caught them by surprise, so it's that simple, you know. We got like the stupidest greeting in the world. We bust into this event, and the first thing we saw was a big sign that said, "We care." We got all these people coming at us going, "Hi, I'm Bob." We had just crashed the Friday night speakers meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous, the We Care group. "Hi, I'm Bill." Yeah. And I seen what this was about right away. See, I seen the baskets. And baskets mean church. It's that simple. I didn't do good in church. See? I just had a real tough time with church. And in church, anything that you think about that's fun is a venial sin. Venial is kind of like a misdemeanor. It's like kind of like you just float in purgatory for eternity. You know, it's like, but for eternity. Now, a mortal sin, that's like a felony, you know, and that means that you burn in hell for eternity. And I just didn't see much difference, or I didn't like either one of them, so I just, you know, kind of like gave up on church real early. So I wanted to get out. I'm trying to, let's get out of here, man. And this guy, you guys did this amazing thing, because see, when you crash an event, you never separate. It's like you got to stay together because you have this big group of people swinging bumper jacks and tire irons and piece of pipe. They can't rush you. See. And I turned to get my troops, and you guys did that divide and conquer. You had them all in like little groups of 4. First thing I taught you guys. And I'm standing there by myself with this case of beer and this 3 bottles of wine, this half pint of whiskey, I'm stumbling. And this guy comes up and says, you know, introduces himself and says, "Danny, you know, why don't you put that stuff outside?" And I said, "Are you crazy?" He said, "Why don't you join us?" I said, "Hey, you're nuts. I got penitentiaries to go to, pal." And he says, he whispered the curse of Alcoholics Anonymous. This guy gives me the curse, you know. I'm standing there, and this guy says, "Danny, if you leave this program, you will die, go insane, or go to jail." Did you hear the quiet? Ooh, that was the voodoo of Alcoholics Anonymous. You all just heard it, see? You should have did what I should have did. When that guy whispered that curse, we should have went, "I can't hear you." I didn't do it, and neither did you, see? Now let me tell you something. Right now, there's about 12 people that are thinking, "Oh, this guy's full of crap." Okay, it's okay, because that curse does not make sense. Let me tell you when it makes sense. When you're driving down Wilshire and you know you're drunk, because we know it, and you're like, and bang, all of a sudden those lights go on. Boom. Watch the lights. They go, "Die, go insane, go to jail. Die, go insane, go to jail. Die, go insane, go to jail." And you will hear that from now on if you continue to drink. And it is the worst. It pierces you no matter what. But 5 weeks after I heard that curse, about 3:30 in the morning, cops, pow, kick in my front door. Boom, wait, that's a lie. Cops, pow, kick in my mom's front door. And took it the frame. If they just take the hinges, you got like a chance. Took the frame, they're pissed. Woke me up with, move and I'll blow your brains out. You've got a gun pointed, die, go insane, go to jail. Die, go insane, go to jail. And they're like thinking, what's wrong with you? Die, go insane, go to jail. Drugged me out of that house, had 2 of the worst charges I've ever had, that very, very, very bad charges. And went to jail. Now let me tell you something. There is no worse feeling in the world than a body full of alcohol and drugs and a mind full of Alcoholics Anonymous. I don't care what you do. Once you've stayed here and once this magic has gotten a little bit of you, it's all over. It's like you are the most miserable drunk there is. Nobody likes you. Because everybody hates to be having a great time and you, I was sober 30 days. Fuck you, God. They hate you. I swear to God. You're in a bar, you're like wasted out of your mind. You get your keychain and you put it on, it's got a chip. And it's like, get out of here with that crap. People that know about the program actually say, why don't you go call your sponsor? And you don't want to because you owe him money. It's like, God, you see? It is like a miserable existence. So, and you know what, I love it. I hate cursing anybody. But the curse is, if you leave, you will die, go insane, or go to jail. That is a promise. Now, I've been here 37 years, and I'm still waiting for somebody to call me with some good news. Somebody that goes out, I wish they would. I wish somebody would, I'm sorry, but would go out 2 years down the road, call me and go, hey, how you doing? No, Dan, no, it's great. Yeah, I'm drinking. I'm doing good. Yeah. Hey, I just bought a house. My wife absolutely adores me. I got my kids bikes for Christmas. They think their dad is like A1, you know what I mean, pal? 37 years, I've never gotten a call like that. I get calls with people screaming in the background, babies crying, or else you hear that. All inmates, get in one, phone time over. I gotta go. Will you call? Yes, God. I have never heard any good news from anybody that's been out there. And so for me, I had to consider the alternatives. Do you understand? The alternatives to staying in this program no matter what. And I'm not talking, because this is it. Do you understand? This is it. And with this, we can go through anything. Do you understand? We can go through divorce. We can go through divorce. We can go through divorce. You know. We can go through exes hating us. And it's like, as long as this is okay, as long as I'm okay here, do you understand? My life is beautiful. And that sounds so idiotic, but chaos and madness can be happening out there. But if I'm in here, my program is okay. My life is great. Do you understand? My insides are cool. When I got out of the pen, I knew that I was either going to die in the penitentiary or I was going to turn into somebody that helped people, period. I knew this. And I was insane. Do you understand? I was nuts. And some of you people, I love it when you start talking about, well, I think I'm going crazy. You know, shit, here, I got papers. Do you understand? On my jacket, when they cops are, it's a big MI. And mentally, and he's like, oh, he got MI time, and it's all over. It's like, you know, and it's not a pleasant sight, you know, and so we got this insanity, and we come here, and it's like, I am gonna die. Dude, I am gonna die. It's that simple. And the biggest problem is God. Man, some of us die when it's really too late. And I don't know if some of you understand that. We don't just die when things are like bad. You know, we die when they're bad for a long time. You know, so sometimes it's too late. And it's like I get here and I got this sponsor. My first sponsor was a guy named Frank Russo. And I say that because he told me never to mention his name, you know. And this guy was beautiful. He knew just what he was dealing with. We were in the pen together in 62 and 63. So this guy knew what he was talking about. And he would look at me and go, Dan, look, I want you to forget about that. Are you willing? Forget about all that crap, okay? Just wake up in the morning, look yourself in the mirror and say, brain broke, and that's it, okay? And to this day, I still wake up, okay, said my prayers. Brain broke. Okay, now, so I'm starting at a disadvantage. Do you understand? My fight against alcohol and drugs, I'm at a disadvantage. I've admitted that. See? And the only thing that can keep this broken brain from the one cylinder is to pray. And I say my prayers. And then from then on, it's like, okay, what do I got to do? And the day always takes care of themselves. My higher power, I don't know about yours, my higher power gives me 3 jobs every day. That's it. Gives me 3 jobs. Says, okay, Danny, your job today is to stay happy, joyous, and free. That's your job. I'm going to take care of everything else. Wow. Now, what makes me happy, joyous, and free? Well, shooting dope don't. And drinking damn sure don't. Armed robberies are miserable. It's not good. You know what I mean? Strong arm robberies, no, those are bad. And so I know all that stuff. See, what makes me happy, joyous, and free? They've told me, work with a newcomer. Wow. Hey, how you doing? Dan, I'm doing better today. Oh, wow, that's good. And then somebody tells you, man, I couldn't have made it without you. Wow, I just feel good, happy, joyous, and free. See, taking care of my. I want to do this weekend, so I better go to work. I've been blessed. I was here 17 years. I get a call from this kid that I didn't even like. Really, I didn't like this kid. He calls me and he's in tears, 11 o'clock at night. He's in tears. Danny, I think I'm gonna use. You think? Most of the calls I get are like, hey, I got loaded. You know? Too late. You know? This kid calls me and he goes, Dan, there's a lot of blow here at my job. Can you please come down here? Why me? I got to be honest. I know some of you were thinking, and he ran right out there. Why me? And then I remembered all the people that helped me. Give me the address. 11 o'clock at night. I wanted to see Johnny Carson, 1985. And, he had that lady with the spiders. I remember I was waiting for that. Yeah. And so I end up going down to Dogtown, which is over there by Alvera Street, way down in East LA, in LA. And I thought it was like a regular job. I thought I'm gonna go to this kid's job, wait in the parking lot. He's gonna come out at break. We're gonna smoke cigarettes, drink coffee. 12 or after his break, he's gonna go back in. Everybody's gonna think we're gay. And then, yeah, I mean, two guys sitting in a car late at night. It's like, and so, but it was okay. You understand? And it wasn't. I walked onto the movie set of Runaway Train, a movie with John Voight and Eric Roberts. I thought it was the cutest thing I'd ever seen in my life. I walk in and all these guys from Westwood and Brentwood and Bel Air are all dressed like convicts. And they all got these fake tattoos on, and they're like, hey, does this look hard? Yeah, you'd be somebody's wife in prison. Oh, shit. And then they were getting mad at me because I kept smearing their tattoo. Oh, I'm sorry. And this guy comes up and says, hey, do you want to be in this movie? And I said, what do I got to do? He says, do you want to be an extra? I said, extra what? Yeah. He says, can you act like a convict? I'll give it a shot. And they give me those blue pants, those state blues. I wear them well. I tell you, I don't know. I think they use my body like for a model, because I put them on and they just look good, you know? And then they give me a blue shirt and I take off my shirt. This guy comes over and says, hey, you're Danny Trejo. And I said, yeah. He said, Danny, I'm Eddie Bunker. I said, I know you. My uncle bought a robbery from you in 1960. And we like talked. And he says, what are you doing here, Eddie? He says, I wrote the screenplay. He said, do you want a job? I said, I got one. They're going to give me $50 for acting like a convict. No. We need somebody to train one of the actors how to box. I said, what's it pay? He says, $320 a day. I said, how bad you want this guy beat up, Holmes? Shit. I'd beat up people for a lot less than that. Yeah. And then he says, no, you got to be careful. This actor's real high-strung. He might sock you. For $320, give him a bat. Are you crazy? Shit. I started training an actor named Eric Roberts how to box for a movie called Runaway Train. And the director saw that me and Eric developed a relationship because of the things that I've learned here in Alcoholics Anonymous. How to get along with people, how to tolerate people, how to be courteous, how to be kind. And believe me, I had absolutely none of those things when I got here. I didn't like any of you. Do you understand? I got to be honest. None of you. I used to go to meetings, and what it said right here was, don't get near me. I used to love it when people go, hi, I'm Bob. Yeah, well, bob up and down on this and get away from me, man. Shit, I don't care who you are. And all of a sudden, this director comes over and he says, you be in movie. And I'm thinking, what? He says, you be in movie. And all these people start running around, oh, he's not SAG, he's not SAG. And what'd you call me? I don't know what SAG was. And all of a sudden, they make him SAG. Then the minute they said that, everybody started calling me Mister. It was amazing. I went from, hey, you to, Mr. Trejo, would you like some coffee? Yeah. 2 cups. Cream and sugar. I don't like cream. And some of those Polani's things, biscuits, the hard ones. Okay. Wow, this is cool. We're talking 112 movies later, folks. You know, from that day, I just kept making movies. They just did a documentary on my life. I think it's funny. Yeah, it's funny. This program will give you absolutely everything you've ever wanted, stuff you don't even know you want, if you just stay sober. If you work these steps, shut up, we'll write it down. Who cares what you did when you were 5? Nobody cares. We're the only one that cares. Oh God, yeah, but you don't understand the issues that I have. Shut up! Write them down, get rid of them, that's it. This program is not about how deep we can go. This program is not the depth that we can take our issues. This program is about letting them go. That's what it's about. Thank God they taught me that right away. Yeah, but you don't understand, Holmes. I got some shit that can still put me back in prison. Let it go. Tell me, I won't tell nobody. Okay, cool. Here, don't tell nobody. Okay, cool. She's like, I'm all right. That's it. You mean that's it? That's it. But, see, newcomers should not be able to say but. Take that word out of your vocabulary. But take that out. The other one is I know. Take I know out of your vocabulary. I know. No, I know. I know. I know. God, I know that. No, you don't. If you knew it, you wouldn't be here. If you knew it, you'd be sitting in a club right now. I am having a great time. I'm driving home. Why? Because I know my limit. See? Be one of those guys, see? You'd be one of them guys that are saying something like, oh, no, I'm starting to feel it. Shit. You'd be one of them people, see? You would be one of those guys that like actually is like, oh, tonight's my night to be the designated driver. Okay. I'll have a soda water. I'm telling you, this program will give you everything you've ever wanted. This program will not only save your life, save your family's life. And that's the beauty of it. That is the absolute beauty of it. My son's here tonight with his girlfriend. They're both on this program, and that's an absolute joy. My daughter should be. And my other son, the 25-year-old, the 24-year-old, he's different. He's like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. He drinks it. It's okay. You know, it's just real kind of like, okay. That's all. Just not afflicted with this disease. Do you understand? His mind doesn't wake up 45 minutes before he does. See? So if you're new, I suggest you go to a lot of meetings. If you are new, I suggest you go to a lot of meetings. Si eres nuevo, quiero que vayas a muchas juntas. If you are new, I suggest you go to a lot of meetings. And the reason I repeat that is because when you're new, we hear a different language. The newcomers all heard, What'd he say? I know somebody's kid. I don't know. I love this program. Do you understand? I love what this program has done with my life. Do you understand? My insides feel awesome, man. My life is beautiful, and I owe it to nothing but the program Alcoholics Anonymous. God bless you, and thank you very, very much.